What's your full name?
Hey, TR Crellin.
TR Crellin.
Cheers.
Hey, cheers. Cheers. What are you drinking?
Got your door kicker.
Door kicker. All right.
Outstanding.
Double IPA.
Yeah, I was in the Marine Corps. Got out a few years ago. By the time I was captain of the Marine Corps.
How old were you?
I was about 35. I was deployed as an individual augment over to Helmand Province, Afghanistan. Lashkar specifically. There's a PRT there, Provincial Reconstruction Team. Basically there as an augment to an Army unit, as one of a few Marines when I first got there, and ended up being the only Marine attached to them. But we were there basically to strengthen and bolster the government and security of Helmand Province.
Okay.
This is late 2000 or late summer 2005 into spring 2006.
How many people were in the country at this time?
At the time, it was minimal. It was, our
Americans.
Unit,
How many Americans?
Yeah, it was 120 plus or minus our unit, and then two Army SF teams, ODAs, up in Goresk, Afghanistan.
And then a bunch of tons of Brits, right?
And not at the time. At the time, it was just as far as NATO forces, it was R120 and SFs. They had a team or two up there. So it was less than 200 total, entire province.
Wow.
Watching the news last 5 or 6 years is upwards 20, 30,000.
Yeah.
Brits, our Marines, Army, everybody was it really blew up into a big mission since my time. But young Marine Corps captain, meeting with the governor of the province, meeting with the police chief of the province. The whole story in itself. Former Mujahideen.
We'll get that story for sure.
Guy killed Russians back in the 80s, and I met with a guy in Weekly. Obviously language barrier, but I'll never forget those meetings. Put it simply. Civil affairs, governance, and security. And my specific role was planning all the security missions and getting the civil affairs team, MP platoon, and some of our other specialists to their missions so they could do it safely. And we provide the security for them. One such mission, we were heading up to a major dam in the area that controlled a lot of the water and resources coming down through the province. Was up in the Kajaki district. And Kajaki Dam, huge dam up there. I think built by the Americans back in the 70s. But anyways, we're taking some American engineers up there, 3-4 vehicle convoy, taking them up to they're doing recce of the dam and meeting with some local officials up there, and find what their needs were, etc. To get up there is one road, is Route 611. Basically picked it up from the ring road. There's a big ring road that goes around Afghanistan, and that southern part of it, 611 breaks off. And it's about 100 clicks up to Kajaki. And at the time, we were heading up, head right through Sangin, through the village, up the dirt roads, heading north along the river, the Helmand River. 2 or 3 hours, got up to the dam. Our civilians got out and did their job. We provided the security. While they were meeting with their officials, we were planning the mission back. Obviously, like any tactical mission, you don't want to go back through any hot area you just came through because you've already tipped the hat. You came through once. Our only alternative was the bridge across the Kajaki River just south of the dam, and took one look at our 4 vehicles, our Humvees, pretty heavy, armored up at the time. We just got the new armored vehicles. Everything that went across that bridge was shaking horribly. So I had visions of taking these Humvees across and dropping 50 to 100 foot into the water, and Marines drowning or soldiers drowning, and so the obvious choice, we had to go back through the area we came through. Took our 4 Humvees, headed back south. 50 clicks later or so, we were coming up on Sangin. The soldiers were tense. We had requested some air. We got some British Harriers with us. Had not shown up yet. We were trying to get them out in front of us, kind of wrecking a route. Came up on Sangin, and I'll never forget a little Afghan villager, old guy, 78 years old out there, telling us like this as we're coming towards the village before we went down this hill. And he had like a herd of goats with him, so we thought he was pissed that we were his goat trying to get us to slow down. And 30 seconds later, realized he was warning us, to not go where we were going. And he could quickly on the radio, again, I was in 4 vehicles. I get the call from our lead vehicle, contact. I'm quickly trying to get oriented on the enemy. Within 15-20 seconds or less, tracers coming across the front of my vehicle, hitting our vehicle. My gunner's engaging. 2 vehicles in front are engaging. Quickly knew is off to our right was the enemy. And, look to the right, see 3 or 4 guys running, automatic weapons. All 4 of my vehicles were engaged. Our gunners did an outstanding job. Suppressed the ambush through. He got out of the constricted area, got up to a hilltop about a few clicks away. Quickly consolidated. Requested our quick reaction force from the FOB. Took quick accountability. Try to get the air on station. Try to get contact with them. They had just pretty much checked in. So maybe we only 4 vehicles. Our mission was to escort these civilians. It wasn't to close with and fight. We had to get these guys out of there. And there's some VIPs, some VIP guys, and don't remember the names. Just remember them in the back of the seat screaming, "Get us out of here! Get us out of here!" But the rounds are flying, and thank God for the armored vehicles. We'd have been in a lot of trouble if we had soft skin vehicles at the time. And town, 20 minutes later, we get hit again. Another ambush. This time, much more intense. Included RPGs and heavy automatic fire. At this time, we had the air on station, the Harriers. Kind of funny side note: it was a Scottish pilot. You could imagine the comm difficulties on the radio. I got the radio in my ear. Rounds flying, my 50 cal shooting above my head, and trying to talk to a Scottish Harrier pilot. Crazy day. They seem like 5-10 minutes, but they're more probably like minutes. 2-3 minutes as we were flying.
And you were able to drive to maneuver out of it.
Really airy to get off the route. Now, on the second ambush, we did get our vehicles split up. We had 2 in front. We broke right, they broke left, and there's a canal. We got split by a canal, so they added to the. No casualties. We ended up getting back. We got some air on the enemy. We killed a few. And like I said, we had the civilians with us, so we were pushing through. As much as I wanted to stay and fight, we had to push, and got through. Linked up with our QRF. Long story short, we ended up getting back to the base. Did a quick debrief. Got the Marines or the soldier. I was with the Army unit. Got soldiers chow, and then you got to come out, check your vehicle out, and they of course brought me out, and as were most of the vehicles are shot up pretty good, and my window in particular on one of the vehicles was a big spider mark. Some of the EOD guys said it was probably an RPG round that hit, so it was definitely an eye opener, to say the least. But
how far was that window from your head?
A foot or less, depending on how my head was leaning, but it was, definitely didn't sleep too well the next few nights. It's just pretty crazy thinking about it.
Didn't puncture the glass though.
No, about halfway through. So much going on at the moment, and we were definitely lucky to get through with all the soldiers unscathed. I think one of our soldiers had a superficial wound on the arm, but nothing compared to what the Marines and the British went through. Starting about a month after that. That was just one mission. We did probably 150 to 200 of those similar missions all over Helmand Province. I planned and coordinated the majority of them, and probably went on about a third of them.
Wow, so you did another about 70, 75?
Yeah.
Similar to that?
Up to Masakala, Nazad, Gresk, down south, the Garmsir, all over Helmand Province. And then we really started setting the conditions at the time, so 06, for the British to come in. 30 missions, getting them out and about of the province and meeting the governance officials. Everyone from the British ambassador, American ambassador. They did a lot of security missions with Blackwater and those guys. Seeing, like I said, we had 100 or so. The British came in with thousands. Wow. And so we really set the conditions for them. And then a year later, Marines came in and rescued the British. Like I said, Sangin, the town that we had the most trouble with, continued to be hot for a few more years after that.
I'd say you earned your beer.
But great door kicker.
Cheers.
Have one.